Okay. Welcome to July the 1st. Can you believe it? July the 1st. If you're here with me, do say hello. Do say hello. I thought I had to jump on. Today and speak to y'all, as Americans would say. Seriously, this right now, this new month, this is not just a new month. This is not just the 1st of July. You know what it is? Today is actually the first day of the rest of your life. I know it sounds so corny, doesn't it? But seriously, think about it this way. July the 1st is the first day of the second half of this month. Now, second half of this year, should I say. So I know there's many people who may be watching, who may have started your business in African fashion, and you're feeling like, you know what? I just haven't really accomplished a lot this year. I haven't accomplished a lot. I haven't done what I wanted to do. I had some ideas and it hasn't happened. I thought I would start this fashion business in Africa and it hasn't happened. I've been seeing other brands doing it. I've been watching Jacqueline's videos talking about African fashion and seeing about all these people who are doing amazing stuff. And I haven't done it yet. And all I'm thinking is, will it ever happen? If this is you, you know what I'm going to say to you? Call me auntie if you want to. But I want to say to you that it's not the end. This is July the 1st. It's the first day of the rest of this year. And it means that, you know, the second half of this year, it means that you can still accomplish a lot of things. Glasses? I don't know about this one. But you can still accomplish a lot of things. Which one? The black one or the crew? I don't know. You can still accomplish, you can still accomplish a lot more things this year. I started a fashion business. So I was a fashion designer by profession, but I started a fashion business made in Africa back in 2009-10. And you know what? In that business, I was kind of ahead of my time. I was doing things like batik work. I was doing things like adire. Okay. And then people weren't really getting it at the time, but now that's kind of taken off. And the thing is, you just got to keep your grind. I converted into teaching people how to start fashion businesses. I decided to help people to start a fashion business made in Africa. I have a sourcing platform so you can meet manufacturers. I have a business academy so you can learn how to do it. I do one-to-one coaching. I do business coaching, and all of these things are to help you to start. So if you feel like it's July the 1st, 6 months of the year has already gone, and I have yet to start my fashion business in Africa, it's not over. I want you to know that you can still do it. Your opportunity is still there. You have brands who are doing things. You have like Christy Brown, who I did a video about, one of my last videos. She, that label was featured in Netflix, okay, recently in a Netflix movie with Gabrielle Union, where her pieces all being worn by Gabrielle Union and some of the other stars. There's a fashion designer called Sarah. Her brand is called Tongoro in Senegal. First of all, that Chrissy Brown is made in Ghana. Designers are Ghanaian, made in Ghana. Then you have Chrissy Brown. So that's the Ghana one. Then you have Tongoro. Tongoro is being the designs are being worn by Beyonce. Even this print is a print that Beyonce has worn. Okay, you might have seen this print, being familiar with this print. So I've got this just as fabric. I just made this just to something for the weekend. But Beyonce has been wearing Tongoro. Tongoro has been selling out crazily now. You've got that massive exhibition, the Africa Fashion Exhibition by the V&A, and the V&A is the Victorian Albert Museum in London. They hosted this exhibition called Africa Fashion, and it is now moved to Brooklyn. So then they'll put the exhibition out in the US, in New York. So you can go and see it there. All of this documenting all of this African fashion. Thank you, my darling. It's documenting all of this African fashion that you can be, you know, producing yourself. What's the difference between them and you? There's nothing different between them, you, me. The only thing is that the people who are doing it, they just stepped out and started to do it. That's the difference. That's the difference that you can make. Look at this. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something really cute. So this little bag, okay? So this is from Ghana, this little bag. We can get you these if you want to source these. You can get these bags, these little baskets. I think they're really cute, and I've got a large one as well. See the mama and the baby. But a designer called Akozia. Love Akozia. She is amazing. Thank you, my darling. Akozia is amazing. This is not her design, by the way. I just want to give you an idea of what she does. Akozia takes this technique, this basket weaving in a town or an area called Bogotonga in northern Ghana. She works with women groups, specifically women. Nothing hating, no hating about the men, but she works with women groups, and they do the weaving. They do different colors of it. They dye it. They call it like the elephant grass. They call it like sisal. They call it raffia. There's various different types of this kind of material. And what they do, what she's done is converted this concept into these uber cute bags, and her brand is called Axe, AAKS. Amazing. So again, if you want these kind of little basket stuff, one of our suppliers on our sourcing platform, fashionafricatradeexpo.com, fashionafricatradeexpo.com, is all the sourcing suppliers, manufacturers that we have in at my company, Africa Fashion Guide. My company I started 12 years ago. I've been traveling around the continent to different countries, meeting suppliers, doing shows, doing speaking engagements, working with universities, even in Ethiopia. I've worked with universities there, fashion designers. I've done talks with the British Council, all sorts. I've put on conferences with the president, set up everything like that. So I've done a lot of work in industry. And what I'm telling you is, just because it's July the 1st today, doesn't mean that it's over for you. Doesn't mean that your opportunities have ended. What this means is that it's your chance to make it happen again. And I want to help you to do that. In fact, I'm taking a group with me to come to Africa. How does that sound for you? I'm taking a group to come to Africa with me, November, December, to go to Dakar, where Senegal, where that designer Sarah of the brand Tongoro, the one that Beyonce wears, that's where she lives. And we'll be going to Dakar Fashion Week. So a friend called Adama Paris, she has her fashion label there. She does these Dakar Fashion Weeks. You can come to Dakar with us end of the year. Want to come to Ghana? We're going to Ghana in February, March, during the kind of Ghana. There's a massive festival going on there, and it's Ghana Independence. You'll be coming with us on our trips called Fast. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow in a Zoom call. So I'd love to be able to meet you, be able to talk to you more directly there. If you want to find out more, put a comment on one of my, put a comment somewhere, send me a DM. You can go to Africa Fashion Guide on Instagram, send me a DM there if you like, if that's easier for you, or send me a DM here, and I'll send you the Zoom details for tomorrow. There we'll talk about how you can come and join these trips. You can source baskets like this, you can get your wax prints, you can make your buba like I'm wearing, hey auntie, oh, hey. You can get all that stuff made that you want to get made in Ghana, meet your manufacturers, meet your suppliers on the ground, and build with Africa. So in Africa Fashion Guide, my company, there's 4 principles I talk about. 4 things I say. If you're starting your business, I want you to do your business based on these 4 principles. The first principle is that you source in Africa. That you are sourcing your materials, you're sourcing your products, you're sourcing your accessories. Even these earrings are from Kenya. These are made in Kenya. So you can be sourcing products, okay? So that's your first principle. The second principle is that it's made in Africa. So you're doing manufacturing, means that you're working with weavers, artisans, manufacturers. You're doing all of that good stuff. You are making in Africa. The third thing now is that you are trading with Africa. That means you're doing business. That means that you're now exporting products to your country. Maybe you're from the USA. A lot of my clients are American. Many of them are European. A lot of my one-to-one clients, those in my academy, the Fashion Africa Business Academy, they are trading with Africa by manufacturing there, by exporting to their countries. And then, hey to all those who joined me. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the love, for the hearts and everything. I really appreciate it. I don't know how fast, I've got goofy teeth, so I don't know how fast I can say those words. But the last of the 4 principles of African fashion that we stand on, African Fashion Guide, is trade with Africa, build with Africa. So you have this kind of thing, people call it white savior mentality. You must have heard that. They have this thing that unless you're white and you're coming into the continent, into the countries, that then you're here to save Africa. That's not the idea I want to come out with. I don't want you to go and say, I'm going to do something, okay, I'm going to buy 5 baskets and then I'm gone. That's giving the kind of white savior mentality. You're going in, okay, I've bought some products, I'm going to help Africa. We're not here to help Africa. Africa can help themselves. Africa has been helping themselves. Africa is one of the richest nations on the planet. By 2050, about 40% of 2100, by 40% of the population of the world will be African. Africans are helping themselves, believe me. There's so much opportunity there, but we can build with Africa, and that's what I encourage you to do. So again, those 4 principles of African fashion that I stand on, that I say are the foundational principles of Africa Fashion Guide, and everybody who comes into my world, into my business, into the academy, or who decides to work with me, will do their work based on these 4 things. Again, I say they are source Africa, made in Africa, trade with Africa, build with Africa. If you can have those as the foundation of your business, then as you start to build your house upon that, you will find that you have a solid rock. Does anybody have any questions for me you want to put into the comments? So things I've spoken about today are about people who are doing things, they're stepping out, they're starting their fashion business, they're just making it happen. They're not thinking about how the what's, the nots, all of the things they can't do. They're just stepping out and making the things happen. And that's something I would say to you that you can do as well, whether you're doing accessories, bags, baskets, homeware, jewelry, clothing, men's, women's, or kids. You can make it happen, and we have suppliers for you that can help you to do that. Some of them have business coaches and some of them don't. You might want a business coach. You might want some support. Go to the Fashion Africa Vault. The link is in my bio here on TikTok. You can go and get some training, some support. So I've spoken about that. I've spoken about brands who are doing amazing things like Sarah of Tongoro. I've spoken who Beyonce wears her clothes. I've spoken about Chrissy Brown, Aisha, her name is, a designer called Aisha, the brand's called Chrissy Brown, and she's got her products on Netflix in the show, I forgot the name of the show, Gabrielle Union's in it. It's one of their top 5 at the moment. It's oh gosh, I forgot the name of I've done a video about it. You can go and watch one of my videos here on TikTok, but I've spoken about it and I've shown some examples of her product being worn by Gabrielle Union for a Netflix show. I've spoken about the Africa Fashion exhibition happening it happened in London by the V&A Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum, and now it's over in the USA. Look at that. Exhibition all about African fashion in a massive museum, traveling the world. I mean, it's amazing. There's opportunity. I was recently, funny thing was, so I've got a friend who recently went to Afro Nations. So I'm still slowly getting back into traveling. I've been out of it for a few years, obviously the pandemic, and I was sick for a couple of years, and now I'm back to things. I'm slowly starting to travel again, but I haven't gone to the Afro Nations festival, and the reason why the friend went to, and I could see him there, he's already enjoying himself. And I'm just saying, look at this. If I have to put aside a bit of the jealousy, the kind of the green envy that comes along when you see your friends doing fun things. I'm happy for him, real talk. But I'm thinking, all these people, hundreds of people there to hear African music, I can't believe what just happened. Oh my goodness. So I was just live and it just died. But I just wanted to finish this off and just say, I love to all who have joined. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for the love. And I just wanted to remind people, that tomorrow, which is July the 2nd, as I'm recording this video, tomorrow I'll be going live on Zoom, and I'll be showing everybody how to come with us to Ghana next year, or to join us in Dakar in September. Sorry, when are we going? November, December. If you want to come and join for the group of African Fashion Guide, we're going to go to Africa, we're going to go to Senegal, and we're going to go to Ghana as well. This year, then next year, early next year. Do come and join. Send me a message, send me a DM, but do let me know that you want to join the Zoom meeting. I'll go more into it in more detail. We can communicate. You can talk to me as well. So that's all I wanted to share for the end of this Zoom. I keep calling it Zoom. Where am I on? I'm on TikTok. Too many social channels. But I wanted to just share that. So I'm Jacqueline, And I'm the founder of African Fashion Guide. I'm the director, and I'll be leading you on your trip to Africa. I'll be leading you on starting a fashion business made in Africa. And I'll be leading you on building your brand that is sourced, made, build with and traded with Africa. So hopefully you got all of that earlier, and I'm going to save this live so that those who haven't seen it can watch it later. But I'll see you on the next live. Take it easy.